DJ Skee. She is SandOne. And
Hi.
welcome to our hangout. Now, I'm excited because I heard you're doing something crazy downstairs.
You heard.
I heard.
I am.
The rumors are it's turned out incredible. So first up, what are we doing right here at the W in Westwood? Why are we meeting here?
Okay, there's this series, it's called the Living Room Series with the W Hotel. So what they're doing is they're picking the most amazing artists.
Most amazing, yeah, very
The
humble.
most amazing artists in LA to come and paint their living room.
Yeah.
So I'm kicking off this thing by painting their living room.
That's so
So the
awesome.
minute you walk into the lobby, which is the living room, it's my art all over the wall.
Now, you're a veteran almost at 21, which is kind of weird. So, but did you think, I would say back in the day, but that was just a couple years ago, did you think you'd be commissioned to be putting your things on display at places like as iconic as the W Hotel, and especially in Westwood, which is, a little further from East LA?
Yes. Okay, I grew up in East LA, so Westwood to me is maybe like an hour and a half.
Yeah, especially with it's not that far for people outside of LA, but traffic.
Traffic is a killer, especially 10 freeway. You know what's crazy? A year ago, I saw this artist in Europe that painted the W Hotel somewhere in Paris while I was going online. And I screenshot that picture, and I was like, I want to do that one day. Voila, now we're here at the W Hotel.
Wow.
So I think it's like I wanted it so bad, it happened, and it is. It's crazy because I grew up in East LA.
Yeah.
You're from?
I was born in New York, but grew up in Minneapolis.
We're not from here.
Not from here.
We're not from here, but not being from here, I think, motivates us. Because LA is so competitive, like, you want to succeed. Like, there is no way out. Like, you need to. We're going to make it. So, coming from East LA and driving over here every single day is like, the first time I came here, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to paint the place. It's amazing.
So awesome. It's funny, too, because this building, when I first moved out to LA, I was 17 years old and worked for a record label.
You were young.
I was young. And I was young, like, I was your age, something.
Oh my God.
And we used to do these events, and they were right at the pool here at the W in Westwood, so it was always like an aspirational and a great place for me to come in and be. Now, what's the, can you give us a little hint on what people are going to see downstairs?
I'm very well known for my characters. They have really long eyelashes.
Yeah.
Big eyes, and they're huge.
They're huge, like 40 feet tall,
yes,
usually.
I'm very short, so I have this like little short man complex.
That's a whole question next. We'll get to that next, but go ahead.
I'm very short. You're going to see the living room painted with my characters, my iconic characters. Mm-hmm. And what I'm going to do is I'm unveiling my mural, and it represents the Hollywood Westwood hotel lifestyle. So when you walk into this hotel, you are not sad, you are not having a bad day, you want to have a good day. Yeah. You want to go and live that lifestyle, the Hollywood lifestyle. You want to drink champagne, drink a mimosa, meet somebody, network, mingle. So that's what my mural represents, awesome. The lifestyle and being happy.
That's great. Why do you think this is such a good partnership? I think that's a key point of being happy and stuff, and being in a place like this. Why is this partnership between you and the W worked out so well?
First of all, the people running this place are women, which I'm all for. Women empowering, that's all, I'm really all for that. So, Melissa, she's the one that's in charge of coordinating the events and all the artsy stuff. Yes. So she was like, I love your art, let's do something. I'm like, yes, let's do it. I've been waiting for the W Hotel to do something.
And now you're here.
Yes.
Now it's blowing up. You're getting a bunch of questions and stuff, too. We're going to take more, so if you have some. But first, I'm going to start off. We got a lot more to talk about. We're not going anywhere. But SandOne, what is your biggest motivation when making art? Is there a hidden message or goal behind your art? And that comes from Sandy Martinez.
Hi, Sandy Martinez. Yes, painting. I just love painting. Yeah. So my biggest inspiration would be me. I want everybody to see my art. So when I paint something, I want everybody to see it. So when I go and paint, let's say a wall, I want you to see it. It has to be on a main street. You have to see it. That inspires me. And then when people tell me that they saw my paintings, that inspires me. So if I inspire you, then you're inspiring me. Does that make sense?
So absolutely. Now, how'd you get out? And when you first make that painting, especially because what you do, it's not always the most legal stuff on the street stuff. Here, it's all legal. We're all legal here. But how do you even go out and get like the courage to go out and do that first? Because it's got that first one. What was that like the first time you went out there?
The first time I painted, it's funny because I actually got caught. Oh my God, I went to jail. My mom had to pick me up at the cop station.
What, the first time?
My mom is this Mexican short lady that's always being dramatic. No, Dios mío, ¿por qué? So I'm driving around with my friends. They're older than me. Obviously, I'm always the little minor instigator. And I'm like, drive me. I'm going to go tagging. I'm going to be a tagger. And they're like, okay. So we're driving around, and I'm in this factory area, somewhere in East LA. My friend's driving around with the lights off. If you're doing something wrong, you try to not look wrong, right?
Right.
I'm tagging. One of my friends has a camera. I'm like, record this. It's fun. Memories, girl. Guys. Skee, they're recording that. That's evidence. The cops pull up. We go down. I go to jail for 2 days.
So you couldn't even get away?
No, and that was a cool memory because I was like, okay, there needs to be something more. Like I should do maybe more murals. I should maybe ask
So that
for
motivated you.
permission.
Most people would run away, especially the first time.
I couldn't run. I was in high heels. High heel bandit.
What did the police say when they saw you?
They were laughing. They were like, "Oh, 3 girls. Oh, and you have a camera? Hold on, let's watch the video." They pressed play.
Oh, it was dumb.
I couldn't say that wasn't me. Oh, that's not me. I'm wearing the same stuff though.
So you went through that. You obviously ended up okay. What was the first breakthrough moment for you?
Breakthrough moment. I want to hear about yours too. First breakthrough moment was when I flew to Miami. I turned 18 and I had this crazy idea. I need to leave my comfort zone. I need to leave East LA and go somewhere far. I left to Miami from one end of the country to the other. And I just painted the biggest murals that I've never imagined that I could paint. I was doing huge walls. I did art galleries. Like, people in Miami really welcomed me. So that inspired me to come back to LA and do bigger stuff.
Awesome.
Bigger, better, and to socialize more. You already know, the more we talk, we meet people. We just gotta go places.
Yeah.
And that's how we open doors for ourselves. And we cannot be shy.
You're
not shy.
You're not shy either.
What was your breakthrough moment?
My breakthrough moment would have been, I guess, getting connected. We were just talking about it off air. It's funny with Steve Rifkin, who's the CEO of Loud and Sony Records at the time, and I sent him a proposal on what I thought he was doing wrong with his label.
A cold proposal,
I thought, I wanted to get some like T-shirts or CDs, and he ended up offering me
freeloader.
A job. Yeah, that's all I wanted, and he ended up offering me a job and moved me out to LA. I'd never been out here to the West Coast or anything, and packed my bags and took a risk and came out here when I was 17.
Little
a mini
bag?
U-Haul, and drove it across the country and almost died. That's a whole other story too.
And you made it.
I made it somehow.
You made
No,
it.
thank you,
DJ
U-Haul.
Skee.
So we're here and we're talking W. Now you have all these fans asking these questions. So
Questions
let's go to another one. So let's go. When first starting out, how did you afford all that spray paint to paint these huge pieces? And what was your side job from Margot?
Well, my mom.
She was helping out.
My mom.
So she was like she was like, she could be in trouble for that, right? Like,
my mom always knew. Like, she would be so mad. Like, I do not want you to paint walls. You are never gonna get anywhere doing art. Stop. And I would be like, Mom, I just want to go buy spray paint, please. Like, please. And she was the one that started helping me. And then after that, I had this bright idea to be a window painter. Oh my God, that was the worst thing I could ever do. So for a whole year, I was a window painter. I learned how to paint windows. Literally, when you see a sign that says 50% off, blow-off sale, that could have been me behind that. But you'll never know that it was me, right? So you weren't
doing any of your signature
It wasn't
pieces.
me. It was advertisement. So I would go with this little bucket of paint, all kinds of colors, brushes, sponges, and I would ask people, hey, I'm a window painter. Would you like to put any deals on your windows? And they would look at me like I was a joke. You paint windows? And I would be like, yeah, it's $50, $40. And I would walk every single block. South Central, East LA, Hollywood, Santa Monica. I would just get on the bus, and that's how I started making money. It's crazy because I started as a window painter with dreams, and then that taught me how to hustle. Yeah. So through that, I was able to go into stores and not be shy. Like, hi.
Incredible.
I have no choice but not to be shy, you know? And that was, first it was my mom, and then it was me through my window painting. I don't paint windows no more, though.
Wow.
I don't have time for that, but it's crazy.
That's crazy.
What was the worst job you ever had?
Worst job? I was like, I guess I never really worked a real job. I was always like hustling different things. Like the way I even met Steve before was I was selling like PlayStation 2s when they came out. I'd have friends that worked at Target or whatever.
They would steal them.
I know. I pay them $20 to tell me when they'd come in, and I go buy them and sell them on eBay for double the money or something. So I was always like figuring out some weird hustle. So I don't know. I never really had I was lucky. I never worked like a real 9 to 5. I came out and worked like in the music industry, but that wasn't a real job.
Because we're creative. Let's see a question for you. SandOne. Where's the DJ Skee question? DJ Skee, what's your outlook on the future of radio?
My outlook on the future of radio, great question, because I just actually quit radio. I quit the biggest station in the country out here, KISS. I quit Sirius to launch our own platform. So I think radio is one thing that's ripe for disruption. So we got this little app I'm going to show you called Dash. So it's basically like 50 stations, all originally programmed, all for free. You can get it for free right now in the iPhone App Store. Android version's coming soon for all my Google people over there. And it's on dashradio.com. No commercials, all the variety, real DJs. And it's not like those other stations that are controlled by algorithms and playlists. It's real DJs.
You're setting the boundary now. You're making what you think is right and what you know is right happen now.
Yeah, I went on TV and said that radio sucks because radio sucks. That's what everybody says, right? Like, so we're like, yo, let's change it.
I'm going to give people what they really want.
That's why we did
You're creating your own lane.
We got a great team behind it.
Oh, my God.
We got to take risks sometimes. So now that's the biggest risk in my career, so we're in the middle of it. So download the Dash app, check it out, and listen online. We're going to get you on now. We're going to get you got to get your own show. Like, it's funny. I know. Most artists are so timid and they hide. Like, the work can be larger than life, like yours. So I was like, all right, Sam's going to be so quiet. How am I going to get this out of her? And it's going to be tough to talk to an artist, but you're like, I'm going to let you run this. I don't even need to be.
Excuse me, DJ Skee. Let me ask some questions now. Hold on, I'm going to answer my own question. Who is your favorite character or personality that you paint? You know what? I paint depending on the people around me. So when I got to the W, I had no idea what I was going to paint. I'm like, what am I going to paint?
Different craft.
Yeah, so I'm just standing there like, it took me like an hour to figure it out. And then I met Brad, which is amazing. He worked here. Melissa, I've been knowing her too. And Kelly. They are the subject of my paintings. They're so amazing. They're funny. They're outgoing. They're full of life. And they support my art and love my art. So they are the subject of what you're going to see in the lobby when I unveil it today. So it's crazy. I paint depending on my surroundings.
That's awesome.
So if you're standing next to me and I'm doing a wall in your place, which I do want to do, I'll paint you. You'll be a teddy bear. Like, you are the subject of my inspiration because you're there with me, you know? So those are the characters that inspire me, people around me.
And how long does it take you to actually do these pieces? I mean, I guess it varies for each piece, but typically, like, because you got to be kind of quick with some of the stuff on the street, so you're not getting around, you know?
Yes. Okay, well, let's say Kentucky. Okay. I got flown to Kentucky. Yep. I would never go there unless I was going to go to maybe like a Kentucky Chicken Fried Festival or something, right?
Kentucky Derby?
Yeah, Kentucky Derby maybe. I'm down for that. I'll wear a big old hat. So I go to Kentucky, and I'm like, what do I do here? Where do I go? Ohio River? Do I drown? I don't know how to swim. So in case anybody wants to eliminate me, I can't swim. Can you swim?
I'm okay. I'm not great. I can swim, though.
Okay, we'll drown together.
Yeah, right? Probably.
So I go to Kentucky. There's no street art. Yeah. I'm in downtown. Downtown is full of street art here in LA. There's no street art. Right. So I'm like, oh my God, I need to paint something. I painted a 60-foot mural in 10 hours. I did not move from there. I was there for 10 hours painting. It was huge. And on my Instagram, I put a call out to people. And I invited everybody that loved my art in Kentucky to come and join me and be there with me all night and mentally support me, because I was going to leave them a mural that was going to be for them. Not for me, because I was just a visitor in their town. There was kids there, moms, older people there with coffee and cake. They were just like, go, Stan, go. I'm on this lift, and there's this wind going on and off.
Yeah,
and I'm
you can't be scared of heights, right?
You can't be scared. If you're scared, you better swallow it and just go and do it. So I'm scared, Skee.
60 feet up in the wind in the middle of the
night.
I'm
5 feet. So that's what? So 55 times me. 55 times me. You're pretty tall. Let's see. Any questions? Any advice for someone wanting to get...
Where can we find your art? That's a good question from Sandy.
Where can we find your art? You should come to the W Hotel today if you're in LA. From 6 to 10. That should be awesome. On Fairfax, on La Brea, in downtown. Go to my website, SandOne.com.
That's awesome. Now, how did you get into street art?
Hold on, there's one for you. Hold on. What's your inspiration when making your remixes?
What's my inspiration? I don't know. I guess it's like you. You just kind of got to see what's around and get inspired by that. And then, you can sit there and then as soon as it clicks and you're going. It's just the toughest thing is sometimes figuring out what it's going to be, you know what I mean? And figuring out what that style and direction is. And then once you go for it, you're just kind of getting in the zone and you already kind of hear it in your head and it just comes out. So
if I put you in a room with spray cans, what would you do?
Call you.
I will call you if you put me in a room with two turntables.
I know what I'm good at and I know what I can't do. I don't think I could do it for you.
I'll just kind of move the records around.
It'd be like some really weird abstract thing. It'd just be a bunch of colors that I could probably actually convince somebody and try to sell them and hustle them out that it was worth some old painting.
And it is a DJ Skee painting, an original. It's $10,000. It's painted by me though. No, by you though. That's what you're gonna tell them.
I can't even write my name straight on a pen. Like I don't know how you do it, especially with a can of spray paint.
But see, we are part of the 4 elements of hip hop.
Yeah.
You are DJing.
Yes.
And I am graffiti.
Yes.
And there's breaking. I can't break. and there's emceeing. I can't do that. How do you feel about that? We're part of the culture.
And we're like the two of the more underserved. I mean, now it's become mainstream. It's funny. These were two, like, it's funny, like, DJing and the graph was kind of like at the underground stuff for a while. MCs and, breakers and dancers were at the forefront of TV.
We're
now
at the W Hotel.
That's not the way around.
What are we doing at the W Hotel?
DJs and street artists that are the coolest. So it's crazy how everything has come full circle in the culture, but it just shows you how, how much of the hip-hop culture, which I think is the foundation for both of us, for
dominating.
Both of our work, what it's done for us as people. It's crazy.
This interview should be in a warehouse.
Should be.
In a warehouse, dark, full of graffiti, and it's not. We're in the W Hotel. Like, that's like the new age of us. Like, this is like the new age where
it just shows how cool the W is as a brand to be progressive and understand, because a lot of.
And you have a TV show.
No, it's crazy, right?
What the hell?
I never thought that.
What are we doing? What are we doing with our lives? Hold on, let's see some questions. How did you start getting paid for pieces? Explain how it went from a hobby to a job.
That's
that's for me, and that's for Margot. I paint a lot and I talk a lot. So literally, I would walk. Before I had a car, now I have a car. I have a truck.
Of course you do.
I have to.
Of course you do.
Let
me guess, it's huge and massive.
No, it's a little Chevy. It's a little Chevy because I'm little.
Running people off the road.
I figured people are gonna get tired of me asking for rides. Hey, can you pick me up? I got you on gas. I need you to take my paintings to a gallery. There's only so much friendship people can offer until they get tired. Like, dude, you only call me when you need my truck. So I decided to buy my own truck. How did I get noticed? I would go to all these galleries, and I would just be like, hey, my name is Sand. I want to be in your gallery. Someone would look at me and laugh like, what? And I would just be like, oh, I'll try again later. And I would just be consistent. I'll just go and put myself in front of them. Like you, we need to network. We need to just put ourselves in front of people.
So important.
And show them who we are, and then they'll be like, okay, this guy keeps coming around. Let me hear his mixes. Like, let me just pop the CD in. You just have to, just go out there, right?
And then it's so important to also give back and find those people that, that are out there hustling, like the next generation, and give them an opportunity. And I think that's one key thing that's really awesome about what you do. You're all about inspiring people. And even with the gallery you were talking about, where you're inviting all these other different women down to showcase their stuff, how important is it for you to give back and to, embrace and open the doors for others?
I feel like we're inspirational people. You, with what you do, me with what I do, we inspire people that want to be like us.
And anybody can do it. That's what I always tell people.
All you have to do is just go out there and get it. You came all the way from Minneapolis to make it, and you made it.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be cutting grass. I'm supposed to be cooking tacos somewhere in a lunch truck, or maybe serving McDonald's. Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Honey, I help you. McDonald's, what? $1 menu? I got you. Here, free soda, cup of water. Like, hold on, what's the question? I was talking too much.
Just talking about how you inspire, how you inspire
the
and open
show.
the doors for people.
Yes. So I'm here at the W Hotel. They give me an amazing penthouse. I'm here for a week, and I'm like, okay, it's all about me, but I don't really want it to be about me.
Yeah.
There's all these women that are always emailing me, telling me how I inspire them so much. Men and women, they're like, Sam, you inspire us so much because you've broken so many boundaries and you've gotten yourself known in less than 5 years. And there's artists that have been doing it for ages, DJs and artists that have been doing it for so long, and there hasn't been a breakthrough, and that's what we want, to break through, and for people to love what we do and when we produce for them, your beats, my art. And I put a call out to all women, and I was like, okay, I'm putting a call out for all women. Everybody's invited. I don't care if you're good, if you suck, if you're amazing. It doesn't matter if you're a scholar, if you've done art, if you've showcased. If you're an artist and you are motivated by art, come and be a part of my art exhibit. All these women, 60 women, signed up for it. Yesterday, they all came and dropped off their art. I've never met these women, but I know that I inspire them. So I was like, how can I be an inspiration if I've never done nothing for them? All they see is my success, and they see me doing good. Let me do something real for them. So I'm like, everybody come to the penthouse, and we're going to have a meeting, and we're going to have an awesome exhibit in the W Hotel. And the people here at the W Hotel, Brad, Melissa, they were so welcoming. They were like, yes, let's do it. Let's go for it. So that was really cool.
That's awesome.
Supportive people motivate us.
That's very true. Now, there's a great question right now asking you, how does music influence art? And what are your favorite songs and artists that get you inspired? That's from Brad.
Oh, well, my selection of music is very hardcore. I like Tupac, Too Short, Scarface, Biggie, Andrew Nicotina, Messy Mark, I'm sorry.
Go for it.
All the gangster stuff. So literally, my art is motivated by that. Like when I'm
So are you listening to stuff when you're making these
Yeah,
pieces?
I'm putting Scarface on, Mary. Like I'm putting all these.
It's old school though. That's even before your
It's
time.
old school, but I
young.
grew up with an older grind though. Like all my people that I grew up with, they've always been older. I've never dated a person my age. I'm 22. I've never dated nobody my age. I'm like, ew, you're a kid. Get away from me. I'm sorry. I don't babysit. I'm sorry. I hope you understand. It's just crazy. Like I like everything old school. You know, like I like old school stuff. What kind of music you like?
I like everything.
Oh,
I
he
can't,
likes
I can't,
everything.
I can't narrow it down. There's too many different things. There's too many different moods and things in life. Just like art. Like nobody's like, oh, I just like this. Like I'm sure you like looking at other things besides just your work, you know?
What music do you listen to when you're alone?
It depends on my mood. It could be anything from rock to chill EDM to Sinatra to, you know, old school soul to you name it.
He said Sinatra.
Sinatra's my favorite.
That's mobster music. Hold on, is there a question for you? Okay. Any advice for someone wanting to get their art noticed? What's your creative process when making street murals? Thanks for keeping LA colorful, by the way.
That's awesome.
You're welcome.
How does that feel when you get people saying things like that? Like, thank you for making, you know, our great city of Los Angeles colorful.
It feels good when people like my work because when I started painting, I thought nobody noticed. I was like, oh, it's just me painting this big ass wall. Nobody cares about me. And then I started noticing people love my work. And people started coming out telling me that they love my work. And I'm like, oh my God, people are watching. The streets have eyes. So when you're commuting through LA, you're watching my work. You know, so it's cool. It feels really good to know that people are watching.
That's so awesome.
You know,
when did you realize that you actually, when did you start like getting your fan base, I guess? What was the first time when people took notice? Because at first you're doing this and nobody really, when did you get your like first fan like interaction?
It's been about 3 years. It's been 5 years that I've been doing this. It's been 3 years that I've had a fan base. And it's so crazy because whenever I put something out there, like, oh my God, we love it. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to do something more. I'm going to do more stuff. I'm going to do more murals. I'm going to do more paintings. Like, I'm pretty sure what you do, the more you do and the more people like what you do and they accept it, it pushes you to do more and to keep doing stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your biggest accomplishment right now?
Ooh, my biggest accomplishment is actually where I just kind of talked about with the radio access, giving up everything and leaving like the biggest station to go risk it and try to start something new.
You're not going to fail. You will not fail.
We're not going to fail.
We're not. We're going to make it. Everybody listening here is going to make it. We're going to make it. Just believe in whatever you're doing, and we're going to make it.
And it always comes together. That's one thing I always tell people is that, like, look, if you really work hard and want anything enough, again, we didn't come from privileged backgrounds, and we're not like somebody laid this out for us. We have to work to get here, and then other people take notice. And, you know, now we're in the position where we can inspire people. It's not like there's an elite club or an exclusive club where we got invited. It's like, no, we just went out and worked hard.
Grinded.
You know, starting in the
PlayStation selling for $20.
Seriously, like whatever it takes, and you just have to have that drive to get it done. What keeps you motivated, especially with, you know, now that you've hit this level of success, something that you see is
finally
it's tough. What keeps you motivated now though to keep going? Because a lot of times once people get there, they're like, oh wow, now I've made it. What keeps you hungry?
Stuff like this. The W, I was so excited to be here, and then when I heard you were gonna be here, I was like, ooh.
Why?
Hello.
I was just telling you, like, we have somebody in our office that's like the biggest street art fan, and when he heard that I was working with you on this, he was like, oh my god, and he's so mad he can't make it, but you're gonna have to sign something for him.
I will. I'll send them a sticker. Anybody that loves my art, I love them back because they motivate me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they motivate you too. If they love your beats, you're like, yes, I'm gonna go do some more beats. So, you know, I think thank you to everyone for listening.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody that came through. Do we have more questions? Where does your drive come from? How did you get into street art? Any advice for someone wanting to get their art noticed? Go do some murals.
It's true.
Go do murals.
Just do it, right?
Yeah, just do it.
Don't wait anymore. I think that's the key with anything. Don't, like, because we can sit here and have ideas and, oh, I want to do this, and you can be good, but get out of your house and your basement and there's no other way. There's never going to be the right time when you're ready because there's always going to be something where it's like, oh, no, I want to wait to get, like, no, just go out and do it and learn on the run. And it takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? I
spent 4 years in a small little dark garage in East LA painting. That's where I created my biggest masterpieces. It's been a year that I have a studio. I have a penthouse in downtown now.
So awesome.
I went from a little garage, dark garage, creating the most colorful things to a huge place. Like, we gotta just do it. We just gotta take the step. I was like, oh my god, what if I can't afford rent? I'll sell my dog.
Dude, I've been in the same positions. And those are the times where you just gotta risk it. Like,
gamble. Take a gamble.
What's the worst that could happen? Like, always figure something out.
Yes.
Get on there. But if you don't take that risk, there's never gonna be the real reward. You don't want to get caught up in the monotonous, the same life and boring. Like you want to go out and do something different, especially while we're young. Like taking these risks.
Or you don't want to be like, why didn't I do it?
Seriously,
that's like I spent my whole life plotting and never executing. Like stop plotting and execute. Like just do it. Like when I left my garage, it's because I just felt like I don't want to be in my garage anymore. Yeah, right. My neighbors look at me like I'm crazy.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
They'll look at me.
Who is this little girl?
Like when I'm like super loud, and when I would go inside my garage and put my big door down, it was quiet. Like, what is she doing in there? Is she like dissecting a human being? Like, what is she doing in there? Yeah. So finally, I was like, you know what? That's it. It's been 4 years. I need to get out of here. And then I got out. We just gotta take a risk. Take a risk and go paint. That's go true. Make some mixes. Go do something. And hopefully, we inspired everybody that's watching right now.
That's true. What's been your favorite piece that you've done so far?
Today, the W Hotel. I was eating so many good things here. The W fed me so good. Oh my God, I kept ordering.
What's the best dish here at the W? I'm starving. I need to order something.
Okay, you need to order the appetizers. It's goat cheese something.
Oh, wow.
And it comes with bread and honey, and it comes with cheese. It's really, really good.
Wow.
And then the salmon plate was really good.
All right, we're gonna check it out.
Really good. And then there's
we're making everybody hungry at home. They're gonna come down here to the W.
Come over here and eat with us. We're gonna be here today.
When did you first get the call that the W wanted that this whole thing was coming together?
It's been like about 4 months.
Okay.
It's been like about 4 months, and it's crazy. Like I said, I manifested that a year ago, and then it just happened. Like it just happened.
How true do you find that in your life, where you manifest and think these things, and then they actually come true?
Okay, look, I'm sure you too. I wanted to be a known artist.
Yeah.
When I would go to art shows, I would be like, I want to be that artist that everybody's hugging. Like, I want to be that guy, that girl, And now I'm that. People come to me, I'm sure to you, and they're like, oh my God, Skee, I love your work. Oh God, can I get a picture?
Right.
And that happens to me, and I'm just like, I'm that. Like, I'm finally that, it's just crazy. Like, I don't know.
So
I'm happy to be here.
What's the future hold? You're so young, so much talent, such a big personality. What's the future hold for you? Where do you want to be? What are you manifesting next? What's going on?
I want to go to Miami and paint the W Hotel for art.
Okay, you heard it.
And I want to go to Paris and paint a W over there. I was literally in my bed thinking that, like,
I want to go and do these.
Come and DJ for me.
And in Paris, and yes, I'll DJ. I'll do whatever. So I'm in for that.
DJ for me. I'll be the backup dancer. If nobody's dancing, I'll dance, Skee.
This is so awesome. It's such a good experience. And shout out to everybody that's been tuned in and watching us, and everybody that shouted us out. I think there's a couple of guys. Let's see. What was the neighborhood like that you grew up in? Were there people who discouraged you? That's a great question.
You know what's crazy? Every guy that I told that I was going to be an artist laughed at me.
I mean, if you, not to be fair, but if you were the typical stereotype, somebody looks at this little girl, they'd be like, no way.
She's harmless.
Right.
Oh, you don't know.
Yeah, right? Then you look up 60 feet high. And
that's her. That's all you. There's been times where I go places, maybe art galleries, and I'm like, hi, I'm here to drop off my art piece. And they're like, oh, you're late. Okay, thank you. Then they call me, San, where are you? We've been waiting. Actually, I went, and you guys kicked me out. Well, why didn't you say it was you? No. If you do not treat every artist with respect, and I have to say who I am for you to respect me, then I do not wish to work with your gallery. And they're like, oh, she's mean. No, I'm not mean. I just feel that everybody should be respected.
We're all the same at the end of the day.
Yeah. It doesn't matter, like, even you, like, everybody needs to be treated correctly. But, hold on, what was the question real quick?
Oh, it was just, what was the neighborhood like that you grew up in, and were there the people discouraging?
Yeah, discouragement. Every guy thought they laughed. I was like, I'm going to go paint dogs. Okay, try to do that. Nobody's ever going to notice you. And it's crazy because now those people, they're like, wow, Sam, you made it. Like, that's so crazy. Like, your art is everywhere. I grew up in East LA, so East LA was pretty, it's not bad, but it's a neighborhood that nobody really gets out of. When I drive through there, I see people that I went to high school with, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she has 3 kids. Keep driving to the W Hotel. Like, it's crazy. Like, you see everybody that you grew up with being left behind, and I'm just like, God, like, I'm so glad I have dreams and aspirations. Like, I'm so glad I see myself somewhere different. Like, I see myself here right now sitting down next to you. Like, you're so amazing. Wow. Like, we just have to be around cool people. We're cool.
That's what it's all about. And it's going down right here at the W Westwood.
Yes.
Any final words you have for the fans out there?
Final word. I'm blanking out now. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
When can they come see this?
Well, they could come see it today, and it's going to be up for the next 3 months, I believe. I hope so. It better. 1 month. I'm gonna try to talk my way in though. No, it's only gonna be 1 month.
So you better hurry and get down here to the W in Westwood.
Yes, 1 month is gonna be up, and come check it out. Come check it out. Come have some lunch here and look at my art. It's amazing. It's cute, and you should come see it. You know, I'm from East LA all the way to Westwood. Amazing.
Yes.
From Minneapolis all the way to LA, Hollywood. How amazing is that?
Big shout out to the whole W group for having us out here. We've got to go. I want to see this. We've been talking about it. I've got to see this. Can you take me down and show me?
Let's go check it out.
We've got to get out of here.
We'll see you there.
Shout out to everybody at Google for the Google Hangout. We'll be back soon, and let's go check out this art.
Bye, you guys.